Hey everybody, Kirby back in GTA. Well, I'm still in my office. We're going to take a run down to the office garage number 2. Again, this is still all muscle cars. Pretty much all the cars in all 3 garages here in my office are muscle. So we will take a look and see what we got here. So what is everybody's favorite vehicle on GTA? And how have you souped them up? How have you fixed them? Muscle is definitely my favorite. Old classic, love them. The Bravado Gauntlet Classic. Very nice car. Of course, you had to have something in a muscle garage with the classic flames. And the louvers. You just don't see louvers anymore. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But they definitely scream classic. The Vagero. Now, a lot of these muscle cars you can find right on the street and do up yourself. You don't have to buy any of these. Well, some of them you do, but there's a lot that you don't have to. This is one of them. You can just find out in the road, fix up, and have a great muscle car. The Dominator you can find out in the street, but this version of it, the GTX, this is the brand new version. This one you have to buy. You can't find this one and keep it. This one's a great car. I love this one. Very fast. And the looks on it are just awesome. This one is the Buffalo. Now the Buffalo you can find on the street, but the Buffalo S you have to buy, which is this one. If you play the story mode, this one is Franklin's car, the Buffalo S. This is what he has. There's a ton of upgrades for the Buffalo S compared to the Buffalo. Much nicer car. I mean, it's like night and day, the comparison between the two. The Imponte Phoenix. This one here, this one's a rare car to find. You can't buy this on any of the sites, I don't believe. Because just about a month ago, one of my boys wanted one of these. And it took a while for us to find them. Even with me out driving around in this. That's usually the trick. You take the car out that you're looking for and they're everywhere. So I brought mine out and it took a bit, but we got him one. At one time, this was the fastest car in the game. The Imponte Ruiner. Not a crazy good car, but it's got the T-tops on the top. Sorry about the phone call. This one has T-tops. They're not all. When you find this one out on the road, not all of them have T-tops. The ones with the T-tops is definitely one of the more rare cars. I've got a few cars like that in my garages that I may not really want it, but it's one of the rarer of the cars that are out there on the road. So I will always grab it just to have. The DeClassy Impaler. I got this one because one of my sons have this. And when we race, I can't touch him. This car is so fast. This is part of the Arena Wars set. And I have this in my arena, but it's all weaponized. And when we're doing races, you can't use any of those unless you're doing an Arena Wars tournament. So I had to get one just so I could kind of keep up with him. He probably doesn't like it because he enjoys winning. But I don't know how he does it. He pretty much wins anyway, even if I have this. And I've got a couple of gassers. The Vapid Blade and the Peyote Gasser. If you look at them, they've got the traditional gasser look with that front end sticking up in the air. They're good for drags, and that's about it. Straight roads, because past that, you've got nothing. These things don't turn for nothing. But for an old street rodder, these are very nice. You can see the header sticking down just out of the bottom. There's no exhaust on this one, just the header sticking down. Coolant and everything up front. Nice cars. This one here I kind of made after someone on Street Outlaws. Big Daddy Dave. He made a car and got in a real bad accident and made it again. Made another one. And I can't remember the name of his car. But that's kind of what I made this one to look like, was his dragster. The Gauntlet Hellfire. I had to get the Hellfire. This one here was talked about for a while before it came out. That there were some glitches and modders and things that had made a Hellfire. And when it finally came up for sale, I just couldn't wait. It's not that great of a car. Looks awesome, but as far as stats go, it's okay. I definitely have better, but there are most definitely worse. It's an okay car, but it's a Hellfire, so I had to have it. And the Picador. This one again is from Street Outlaws. Can't remember the guy's name that drove it, but he's got a El Camino. This one kind of looks more like a Ford Ranchero, but it's the closest to an El Camino that we got here. And that's my crew logo. I don't know if I have anything upstairs in this garage. I don't think I do. Oh, I do. These are all my weird cars. Yes, I do. The strange ones. The Albany Lurcher. This was a Halloween exclusive. Slant roof hearse. With a zombie in the back coming out of the casket. Here we go. Now you can see it. Yeah, he's coming out. Again, not a great car, but it's awesome looking. And that's what I was going for. This next one, out of the two Halloween cars, this next one is amazing. The Frankenstrange. This one here looks like the car from the Munsters. Love this car. And gosh, it's fast. Deep dark purple all around. Purple velour interior. Can't tell me that doesn't look good. Oh, Love that car. Now this one, for the longest time, Chariot Romero Hearse, was the rarest car in the game. You could only get one if someone in the lobby would drive around in one. Generally, that was me. I would drive around in this, and if anybody wanted one. As soon as I pulled it out, they would start spawning at the church over by the cemetery. But now you can just buy it. I was kind of upset with that. Next is the Clique, the Vapid Clique. This was our Christmas car. Now you can definitely change the looks and take the big ribbon off, but it was a Christmas car, so it's staying a Christmas car. This is how it was meant to be. One of the fastest muscle cars. Or is this a classic? This could be a classic. Oh no, it is a muscle. This one here is one of the fastest muscle cars out there. If you guys are ever in a race with muscle cars, this car could definitely be the one for you. This one here will not win any speed records. The BF Surfer. This one here you have to have rolling around for more of them to come out. You can find these vans anywhere, but with the surfboard, that's a little bit rarer, tougher to find. One of my boys found one, and every other vehicle in his lobby was these cars. And I was looking for one for the longest time, and he would send me pictures of all the different surfers that are around. I must have gotten 100 pictures in, like, about 10 minutes of all these different surfers that I was missing. But little VW extendo van with the surfboard, slow as slow could be, but you're going to get there in style. Love that little van. And my bug, or my little buggy. BF Bifta. There's the stats on him. This has got the old Manx dune buggy body. Probably on a VW frame. This was pretty big back in the 60s, 70s. That Manx style. And it's weird because that Manx style is still so big and popular. If you look at a lot of buggies and you Google Manx bodies for it, crazy how it's still popular. Cool little buggy. I'm down here in Florida, and this would be a sweet ride to just cruise up and down the Gulf Coast with. Okay. Now we're up to Dundreary Regina. This is my version of the family truckster. Again, now out of all of these station wagons that you can find out on the streets, to find it with the full luggage rack on the top, you can find them with no luggage rack, or you can find them with a half luggage rack. But to find them with a full luggage rack, it's kind of hard. Unless there's some out, like someone in the lobby has one, then they'll appear. But those ones are tough to find. So this was my third one. I kept upgrading every time I found a more rare one. And then when I found this one, I was pretty happy. I just kept upgrading them. But again, super slow. But that's my family truckster. Had to have one. All right. Well, that is it for my garage number 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on any of these cars, let me know. And if there's any of these cars you'd like to see in a race with anything else, let me know. Because my boys can get online with pretty much any car you can imagine and race anything. Between the three of us, I would have to say we own every car in the game. And like I say, if you want to ever see them, all of our cars are fully maxed out. So if you ever want to see how they do with up against anything else, let me know. I'll do a video of it. You'll be able to see it before you buy it. See if it's something that you want. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon.